So here's my old 16-foot trailer, bumper pull. The front, as you can see, it's really white because the metal would have rusted if you didn't put some white primer on it, but probably about 4 inches up on the bottom, 3 or 4 inches all the way around. It was just rusted around this whole front side. So he fixed all that, put a new piece in there, put a strip down the middle because he said it was kind of flimsy. So he, whoa, stepped in a hole there. And the door had rust on the bottom of it. That was pretty bad, so he kind of fixed that and then did a little cut a piece out of there and added a piece where this bottom was rusted out there. And yeah, it's gotta, you know, put some reinforcement in the front side there, patched it all up real nice. The actual door itself has a little curvature to it. Originally he was talking about putting a whole nother door on it, but it'd be hard to replicate that contour of that door, so he was able to fix the bottom pretty decent. I mean, pretty nice. I guess I should open that back up so you can see the shifting inside. So what we got, so here's the cleated floor. And like I said, it's made out of recycled tires is what it's made out of. So they'll kind of, you know, if you take one, you know, if it wasn't screwed down, you could take both sides and kind of tweak it left and right. It's got a little bit of flexibility to it, but this each one of these cleated boards is heavier than one of these treated wood boards. The guy I bought the floor from down in Oklahoma, it was I can't pronounce the town. It's one of them Indian names of it, but it was down by Tulsa also. I think a different side of Tulsa, a couple-hour drive. But he said it'd be hard to cut it to fit the front of the trailer. So he said most guys will put treated wood up in the front. So that's what I did. I stopped at Lowe's on the way home, got the treated wood to go in the front. And so I really like his cleated because I borrowed a trailer to haul my cattle to the sale while he was working on this trailer. And I didn't think, I normally throw some sand in. I didn't throw no sand in, so it got really slick in there. So when they got out, they all kind of, a lot of them kind of fell down getting out. So that wasn't really a good thing. But yeah, so he got her all patched up, the rust. He rewired it. So all the wiring goes through this tubing that's right up here, all the way down the back. And there's lights, there's marker lights. We've got a marker light out on each side, one in the front there, a red one in the back here. And then he added a light up here in the top that never had. It's all LED, got new lights down here in the bottom. So this is all, originally just had a 4 flat, and the wiring, I don't know if you might have seen a picture in a video where the wiring just went down the side. Well, that's where my dad had it, and I needed to use it, and they didn't work. So I just bought another 4 flat roll of wire, and I just wired it to down the side as well, just to have lights. But anyway, young man that did this for me, he got to run through this tubing right here where it originally was when it was factory. See, it comes out of the tube there and goes down the sides, runs through those tubes across the top to run to the marker lights like that. And this one up here, so you got one on each side, or 2 on each side there. But I got some plexiglass I found in the machine shed at the farm when I was cleaning it out. So I'm gonna drill out these rivets here and cut a new piece and put in there and rivet that down. And then there's a few rivets that need to be replaced right here on this trim. And then first got all this green algae mold stuff growing on there, algae I guess, from sitting in the shade most of the time I guess. So I'm gonna power wash that all off so it doesn't look so funny with the bright white primer on the bottom. I would love to paint it red like my truck. I did paint a trailer once with a spray gun and a little pot bellied air compressor, and looked really good. Painted right here in this driveway, but I didn't put no clear coat on it, and I thought it was high dollar paint that would worked really good, but within a few years it turned pink. I'd sold it to somebody else while, you know, it still looked good at the time when I sold it. Went by the guy's house I sold it to a couple of years later, and the trailer looked pink. So apparently I needed to put some clear coat over the top of it or something like that, but I would love to paint this one red, you know, to match my truck over here. But I really thought I wanted a gooseneck, but I'm so happy with the way this trailer came out with the floor and all. I mean, it does still have some rust in some places on some, you know, some of the supports here, but I think it'll, you know, maybe if I get it painted, it won't rust anymore. And it probably might last my lifetime because I'm 55, so might last the rest of mine. Yeah, so you had to run that wiring, you know, up out of that tube and through these, over through this tube and over to go to this light over here, the marker light over on this side here. And yeah, it took I guess my son said it took him like 3 hours to run this wiring. He was pretty frustrated. It didn't go as well as he had hoped, but he did get it run. So he made it work, and hopefully it'll last forever. But it's I don't know if I may not have said it, because my dad had a 4 flat wiring on it. I ran new wiring, same thing, 4 flat, just to have lights. And so I told him my truck has a 7 round, so he you know, all this new wiring is hooked to a 7 round plug up here, so I can just plug it right into my truck. Like, you know, it's got a 7 round plug. It plugs right into it. The only other thing I got that has a 7 round plug is that dump trailer that's on the truck right now. And then my chains weren't long enough to reach where they hook onto my truck. I was having to just loop my chain, hook them together over the top of this hitch, which wasn't legal, but you know, it's what I had to do. And he cut those chains off and put me some longer chains on, so that works like it's supposed to. So yeah, do a little work to it. So I got my flatbed trailer over here. I was talking to him about maybe working on it. I got to send him some pictures, but I can get new fenders at Tractor Supply, local ag store, and these here, you know, hauled square bells on this thing in the past and whatnot. Just cracked out the fenders, and yeah, it's cracked, and I've tried to kind of spot weld it back together, and I think the inner plate that welds to there has come loose in places, but I want to have him cut these off and weld some new fenders on. I need to replace my floor, so I'm gonna rip it out. It's got, of course, the 4 flat plug also, so I'm gonna have them rewire it all, put some markers out on these fenders, some marker lights. And well, it did have marker lights up on the, well, used to have one up here in the front. Of course, it's gone. So have them put some new marker lights on, put a 7 round on there like you did that stock trailer. And if he'll do it, he hasn't said yes yet, but I don't have all the time in the world to do this little extra stuff anymore. So if I can come up with a little extra money and get someone else to do it, that works out best for me. I need something, I guess I need something around my tail lights, because I keep, well, it used to be someone else would always borrow it and break them, and now it's got to the point where I'm breaking them. So I guess that comes with age, I guess. You don't cares, you know, you're not as careful when you get older, I guess you might say. But so I need something to go around those, maybe to keep them from getting busted. Well, one of them I broke just by throwing wood on the trailer. The piece of wood bounced and hit the tail light. The other one, I backed into something, backing it into the pole shed at the farm. Didn't even know I'd done it. I knew I was off center, and I went forward and then got over, and apparently where I'd stopped at originally, I'd broke it out on something and didn't even know it until days later I seen it was broke. But James here. You're watching The Poor Farm. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.